Hello again. Since January of 2018, hunters have been exploring the New World with relentless enthusiasm, leaving mountains of monster corpses in their wake. However, even while being presented with multiple brand new species, I was drawn to good old Rathalos, the flagship monster. Like many of you know, it only takes one old world Rathalos to change a light bulb, but we're talking about New World Rathalos here. These guys are the Gen Alpha of the Rathalos world, so I decided to uncover if these new Gen Rathalos are up to par when compared to the Old Gen Rathalos. Before we begin the calculations, it is very important to find out the total number of new Gen Rathalos slain by our longswords between January 2018 and September 2024. Now, you may think that this number is virtually impossible to calculate given all the variables that have to be considered, such as RNG and inactive or overactive players, and you're right. In order to get my grubby little hands on a number, I will be removing RNG from the equation entirely, while simultaneously attempting to bring those who have killed Rathalos 0 times and those who have killed Rathalos 800 times closer together. To do this, I must take what elements of the game are not RNG based and mold them to shape my agenda. Firstly, I will only be using low rank Rathalos in my calculations because this is the version of Rathalos most players are likely to have fought. Next, every slain Rathalos gives 3 body carves and 1 tail carve maximum, so I'll be using only carves for a statistical baseline. Capturing and end of quest rewards are too reliant on RNG, so I will treat them like they don't exist. Lastly, since most players are unlikely to make every single Rathalos weapon available to them, I will instead be using a full set of low rank Rathalos armor as the goal. Basically, to calculate how many Rathalos have been slain between 2018 and 2024, I will use the 3 body carves and 1 tail carve to determine how many Rathalos would need to be slain before a full set of Rathalos armor can be crafted. Now on to the math. I will only be calculating parts that are obtained exclusively from Rathalos. First up is the Rathalos shell. This bad boy has a 26% chance to be obtained off of a body carve, so it would take 4 carves to guarantee at least 1 shell. Please note that this is not how statistics in Monster Hunter work, as the percentage chance never goes up after every carve. I am doing this to eliminate the RNG element from my equation. Since you only get 3 body carves per kill, 2 Rathalos kills guarantees 1 shell. Next to the scales. Rathalos scales have a 35% body carve chance and technically a 20% tail carve chance, but we're going to ignore that because I say so. It would take 3 carves to guarantee 1 scale, and so 1 Rathalos kill guarantees 1 scale. Webbing has a 20% body carve chance, so it would take 5 carves or 2 Rathalos kills to guarantee 1 webbing. Rathalos' own bone marrow has a 14% body carve chance, meaning it takes 8 carves or 3 kills to guarantee 1 marrow. The Rathalos plate is by far the rarest material on this list with a 5% body carve chance, meaning it would take a staggering 20 carves or 6 Rathalos kills to guarantee just 1 of these guys. Finally, we've gotten to the tail. The only difference is that the tail is only calculated with 1 carve in mind because it can only be obtained by carving the tail, and you can only carve the tail once. So with a 70% tail carve chance, you would need to get 2 tail carves, which in turn is 2 Rathalos kills to guarantee 1 tail. Now that most of the math is figured out, I have to figure out which part would take the longest to obtain, as it stands to reason all the other parts would be obtained in the pursuit of getting this part. You might first think that it's the Rathalos plate, as it takes a whole 6 kills just to get 1. This is actually not the case, because you only need 1 Rathalos plate in the entire set of Rathalos armor, so 6 kills actually isn't that bad. On the other hand, you need 12 shells to craft a full set of armor. As I calculated earlier, it's 2 kills per 1 shell, so in order to get all 12 shells, you need to kill a whopping 24 Rathalos. The other materials require less kills, so as I said earlier, it can be assumed that you would obtain them while pursuing those 24 kills. Now we're cooking. We have an average number of Rathalos killed per player. Now we just need to find out how many players total this game has had between 2018 and 2024. I will be judging this off of the total number of game copies sold, which turns out to be a modest 27 million. 27 million hunters that each kill 24 Rathalos comes out to a total of 648 million Rathalos decimated. That might seem like a population-shattering amount, but as the chief ecologist said, the whole reason we're here is to study the beast, not wipe it from the ecosystem altogether. So I'm sure 648 million is simply a small sample for studying purposes. Finally, there are 31,536,000 seconds in a year, which means there are 189,216,000 seconds in the 6 years between 2018 and 2024. 648 million divided by 189,216,000 comes out to a rounded 3 Rathalos killed per second. The average time it takes to change a light bulb is 3 minutes. 60 times 3 is 180 Rathalos killed per minute. 180 times 3 comes out to a grand total of 540 Rathalos. Therefore, with the decay rate of 3 Rathalos per second, it takes a total of 540 new gen Rathalos to complete the average light bulb change. I guess you could say they just don't make them like they used to.